Welcome back to Chicago Independent Television. Cindy-Sheehan's soldier's son, Casey, was killed in Iraq in 2004. A year later, Cindy launched a peace camp outside of George W. Bush's ranch during his summer vacation. Her goal? To force Bush to explain why her son fought and died in this war. In this segment, we'll take a close-up look at Camp Casey.
I was typing, I'm going to the Veterans for Peace Convention in Dallas on Friday. On Saturday, I'm driving up to the front gates of the ranch and I'm going to demand he meets with me, and I'm staying there until he does meet with me. I press send, and this is what happened. It's a miracle.
She told him, you need to cut your apron strings from your mom.
Who said that to him?
The military recruiter. He came to me in a dream. He was in a hole. And he said, Mom, help me please. And I woke up in a cold sweat. And I was trying to get him, and he said, Mom, forget it, you can't get me.
Long time passing, where have all the young...
Would you want your child to go to Iraq? When you give them a G.I. Joe toy, you're basically prepping them for that. I really don't know how many deaths I've created. I don't know how many deaths I've created.
Our only son, our baby, was killed, and he will never give me a grandson or granddaughter.
When will they ever learn?
The war is going absolutely very, very well.
I've never quite understood the liberal side, but we'll look at the liberal side. We'll try to make sense of it.
We're on the right side of the dish, everybody. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Come on, you ruled our lives. Speak to us. We're people. We're humans.
We want to know if it's such a noble cause. Is he willing to put his flesh in the game? My heart was torn out of me on April 4th, 2004. My soul was torn out of me. I wished I would have died that day.
As a member of the military, it's just a drop in the bucket. It is an amazingly acceptable number of casualties.
Can we go and talk by ourselves?
We can.
Yeah.
When will they ever learn?
The people in the busload in support of the president came across the road.
Long time passing, where have all the young men gone? Long time ago, where have all the young men gone? They are all in uniform. When will they ever learn?
These are 18, 19, 20-year-olds. We knew it was about oil. We did. We talked about it in our unit. We knew. I mean, no, we're not stupid. We're dumb a little bit, you know, here and there. We're jarheads. What can you say? We're bullet catchers.
The right-wing press can scrutinize a mother who was in such a state of grief, but the mainstream media did not say where are the weapons of mass destruction. I want him to honor my son's death by bringing the troops home.
I think she rocks.
And she rocks.
She's cool.
The child is leading the mother, and the mother is leading the nation.
I don't have a big political machine, and I don't have a Karl Rove. I don't have people telling me what to say and what to do, but you know what I have? I have a broken heart.
Here she was 7 weeks pregnant, and she's gonna have a little girl. Her name is gonna be Daniela.
Everybody talking about Iraq, yes, but in Afghanistan it's over 500 soldiers died too. He's communicated with me many times about what, Daddy, this terrible here is a lot of drug, not a problem. My son is died inside the base.
Every day is a tragedy to us because we know somebody else is getting that knock on the door.
Our family's been devastated by the loss of my only son and the baby of our family.
People have signed up to pray for us, and there are like 8,000 people who are praying for us.
God is not owned by the right wing. Preachers sometimes are like politicians. They become so cautious that they are moral failures.
My husband is in the Army National Guard. We're the before. Cindy and the Gold Star families are the after that we don't want to become.
My husband, he's going to Iraq in November. Sean has taken an oath, and he's taken an oath to defend this country, and he should lay down his life to do it. But I will not say that he should lay down his life for a lie.
Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all...
According to a relative of mine that's a member of Special Forces, he said that there are well over 6,000 U.S. troops, both male and female, that have died.
We're taking democracy to another country, and we don't have democracy right here in the United States. You all out there, get involved. And we love you, and God love you too.
I was asked if there was any fear. No, no fear whatsoever. There's a force here, there's a protection surrounding us. We've had a little bit of challenge with some fire ants here. My feet look like I got shot with a shotgun. The mud, oh mercy.
Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls pick them, everyone. When will they ever love?
I thought they killed my hope too, but they can't kill hope and they can't kill love. And that's what we have in Crawford, Texas, hope and love.
Hi, I'm Owen from the Working Bikes Cooperative, and you're watching Chicago Independent Television.
Pay no attention to that man hiding behind the flag.
Or maybe we should pay more attention.
Welcome back to Chicago Independent Television. The corporate press has come under increasing fire in recent years for failing to ask the hard questions in the run-up to the Iraq War, or since then. Activist, musician, and poet Chris Chandler and friends take on propaganda in the corporate press in Something's in the Air, but not on the airwaves.
As I said earlier, let's go back to World War II. Let's see how it was done then. Let's use the template of a war we won and examine how we're prosecuting this one. But no, we have to find the evil. And answer my prayer is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Call out the instigator, because there's something in the air.
Yeah, there's something in the air, but it's not on the airwaves. And we have got it together. There are people in the streets. You know, at the very onset of Oil War II, there were already more people on the streets protesting than there were at the height of the Vietnam War. Yeah, there's something in the air, all right, but it's not on the airwaves. If you put a half a dozen JCs in Cincinnati on a street corner waving yellow ribbons, Fox News acts like it's a Republican Woodstock. And they're all singing, by the time we got to Fallujah, we were 500,000 strong. But you put 1 million people on the streets, they're gonna build a fence around you and call you a protest zone.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
We like to look at Vietnam through the soft focus of Hollywood.
Love is but a song we sing. Feel the way we die.
Which took the blood of war and turned it into rose-colored glasses.
You can make the mountains sing. Make the angels cry.
We see thousands of beautiful semi-naked 20-somethings putting daisies in the barrels of M16. All to the tune of Country Joe McDonald singing 1, 2, 3, what are we fighting for? Sure, it makes for spectacular video. Sometimes I see these images and I want to go running through the street singing, why don't we do it in the road? But I know better. When the first American troops went to Vietnam in 1964, there was barely a soul on the streets, but people were already singing I Ain't A-Marching Anymore and Blowing in the Wind. These songs were being released on major record labels. Mega hits would follow. Today, we have more people on the streets than there were then. Yet, there is not a single hit song on the radio. Tell me, how could this be?
Run through the fields and houses. There is something in the air. We've got to get together sooner or later, because the revolution's here. And you tell me over and over and over and over again.
I mean, it's not like Barry McGuire was this deep-thinking anti-war intellectual when he sang Eve of Destruction. Nah, he was just jumping on a bandwagon that was made possible by the people in the streets. Yet right now, there are more people on the streets than there were then. But you have to think twice before jumping on any kind of bandwagon for fear it might be a paddy wagon bound for Guantanamo Bay. If you speak the truth on national TV, your show's gonna be dropped. Regardless of the ratings, just ask Bill Maher. A show does not need an audience, it needs sponsors. And that's the difference, because the 60s protesters, they were brought up with a brand loyalty of the 50s. And you can't blame them. Naturally, those kids queued up to buy all kinds of groovy mod gear and wear your love like heaven cosmetics. But today's protesters, they don't buy anything.
Imagine no possession.
They don't shop at the Gap.
I wonder if you can.
They boycott Coca-Cola.
No need for greed or hunger.
They run Walmart out of town.
A brotherhood of man.
Hell, they won't even go to Starbucks.
Imagine all the people sharing all the world.
And it's ironic, because before the Berlin Wall fell, we Americans loved to talk about how it was the Soviet Union that would only broadcast the songs of the state.
Hand out the guns and ammo.
And we Americans romanticized that it was our radio broadcast wafting in from West Berlin that tore down the wall. Yet now the cell phone's in the other hand. And there is a new wall running down divided America, and it is American radio that is being manipulated by the agenda of the state, because the state has become indistinguishable from the corporation. And the corporation needs sponsors more than it needs an electorate. Yeah, there's something in the air, and it may not be be on the airwaves, but soon, my friend, it will be the people's broadcast wafting in from the Indie Media Center and Free Speech TV that tears down the wall. And this time, it's not going to be the Berlin Wall that falls. It will be Wall Street. Because the revolution is now. There is something in the air, and we have got it together.
You've been watching Chicago Independent Television, a project of the Chicago Independent Media Center Video Collective. The Independent Media Center is a growing worldwide network of media producers, journalists, citizens, and activists, working to put the media in the hands of everyday people and away from corporate and commercial interests. To learn more, visit our website at chicago.indiemedia.org. There you can find out about upcoming Chicago area events and how to get involved in making your own media, including how to help make this very TV show. Thanks for watching. See you next time.